Welcome to the Jaguar Podcast, a show where we discuss all things related to Duval County's finest NFL football team, the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Blue 42, set, what?
Duval, baby! Hey everybody, this is Andrew and welcome to episode 20 of the Jaguar Podcast. In this episode, I'm going to be doing a recap of the game between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Carolina Panthers. So let's jump into it. Unfortunately, Jacksonville did lose this game to the Carolina Panthers, 27-34. It was a hard-fought game, but unfortunately, we just couldn't pull it off. Came down to the wire where Gardner Minshew, threw a couple deep balls into the end zone, and we just couldn't pull down the ball and score the touchdown. So unfortunately, we were unable to pull off a win in this game. But I have to say Gardner Minshew did have another really good game despite the turnovers. He did have 3 fumbles. One was a botched snap, and then the other was 2 forced fumbles. He was hit from his blind side, and the ball popped out. Andrew Norwell, the left guard, was pushed into him. He had a terrible game. I mean, he was getting blown off the ball all game. So I don't know what we do about, Andrew Norwell. I don't know if we go to free agency and try to pick up a left guard, or, we move Will Richardson over to left guard. I don't know what we do, but he has not been playing well. The defense did not play well at all either. Christian McCaffrey was just lighting us up. He burned a bunch of our linebackers, just juked them and made them look silly. So that was not good. The defense did not play well. But again, a hard-fought game. Lots of adversity in this game. So let's jump into the offense here. Gardner Minshew was 26 for 44, 374 yards passing, 2 touchdowns, and then unfortunately, 3 fumbles. But again, like I said, you can't really blame him for 2 of those because that was really the offensive line's fault. On the receiving end, DJ Chark, 8 receptions, 164 yards. He had an excellent game, 2 touchdowns. Just again, another great game from him. D.D. Westbrook, 7 receptions, 82 yards. James O'Shaughnessy, our tight end, he had a really great game, 3 receptions, 57 yards. He had 1 catch where it was bobbled, and he caught it with one hand and brought it down. It was just a really incredible catch. But unfortunately, in this game, he got injured and he tore his ACL, so he will be out for the rest of the season. That's not good for us at the tight end position because we're pretty much left with Jeff Swaim and I'm blanking on the other guy's name, Ben something. But regardless, I think that's going to be a concern. Josh Oliver, our draft pick from San Jose State, he's out with a hamstring injury. He's our other tight end. So it's pretty concerning. I probably expect Dave Caldwell will go to free agency and try to pick somebody up at the tight end position because we're a little slim there, or a little thin there from a depth perspective. But James did have a great game. I just hate to see him kind of end the season that way. But I hope he gets better and he recovers. From a rushing perspective, Leonard Fournette had another 100-yard game. It was really great to see. He's kind of getting going. 23 carries, 108 yards rushing. He averaged 4.7 yards a carry, so that was great. And then, Minshew had a couple carries there, 3 carries for 42 yards on the ground. So that was pretty awesome to see him scramble and get some first downs and move the chains. From a defensive perspective, we did not play well. We gave up 285 yards rushing from Carolina. Couldn't stop the run. Linebackers did not play well. Miles Jack had a penalty, a face mask penalty, and he hasn't been playing well. Quincy Williams whiffed on a couple of plays where McCaffrey was running and had some long running plays, and then Bonifan with his 80-yard touchdown run. It just was a good. We need to figure out what's going on with our linebackers. I wonder if Caldwell goes to free agency and tries to pick up another linebacker. Then there's the whole Jake Ryan situation where he's injured with that ACL injury. Hopefully he comes back and can make an impact, but it's just kind of up in the air right now. No one really knows. Defense, did have some bright spots on the end on the pass rush side. Josh Allen had 1 sack, and Ngakoue had 2 sacks, so that was pretty awesome. Ngakoue, pretty consistent this season. He's making plays, and I really hope they get his money. I really hope he gets his money because he's playing like he deserves it right now. So from a special teams perspective, Josh Lambo was perfect this game. 2 field goals when we really needed it. And then we had some nice special teams play by Calais Campbell. I think he had got his hands on a field goal, blocked a field goal, and then we had another field goal later in the game where we got a hand on it and they ended up missing it. So the special teams played very well. Not much else to say. I mean, the corners, the secondary, Bouye got burned on a couple plays. Trey Herndon as well. I mean, it seems like they were just playing in zone most of the game, giving the receivers way too much, cushion. So they were getting beat on some of the crossing routes. That's not good. We really need Jalen Ramsey back. I hope he kind of, ends the drama here and then comes back for the New Orleans game. But, the defense really needs to step it up. We need to stop the run. We need to maybe switch up our game plan for New Orleans, play a little bit more man, get, Jalen Ramsey on, Michael Thomas and Bouye, playing man as well. So that's all I really have to say about this game. Let me know how you feel. Leave a comment on the YouTube video or podcast episode. Give me a like if you enjoyed this video. Subscribe to the channel. Go Jags, and I'll see you next time.
Let me get that. JYD coming up with the big sack. Quarterbacks beware, we on the prowl. Game day night, you could hear it in our growl. Intimidation on to keep their hearts racing. Eating other teams live on TV front of the nation. Spectacular defensive scheme.
This episode is available on the Jaguar Podcast YouTube channel. So if you stop by, make sure to subscribe and give this video a like. Also, these episodes are available on iTunes, Podbean, Spotify, SoundCloud, Stitcher, and other major podcast distributors as well. So if you don't mind, please leave me a review and some feedback. I'd really appreciate that. If you'd like to connect with me on social media, my Twitter handle is @JagwarPodcast. I'm also on Facebook and Instagram. This is Andrew signing off. Cheers.